last Father's Day, I just say that refresh everybody's memory. I reconnect with my some friend, all the childhood friend and neighbors. So I talked about the one story last week. The girl, the mother had to send her to get her father's ash because they don't allow an adult to be there. You had to denounce, do all kind of things. So there's so many kids was waiting there for their parents' ash. So I talking about the second story. It's very sad. It's the a girl, and I went to the labor camp with her, and I know she told me her father was died. She was probably 4 years old, and she just they tried to get his ash, never got it. So the story is her father will work for the Chinese propaganda department. They have some kind of newspaper. She's a writer, reporter, and so very intellectual person, and write very well. And so he was promoted to the head of the department. So 1957, that the movement coming, the Rightist. So they encourage people to make a suggestion and to not criticize, just suggestion to Communist Party. And the movement called it like 100 birds singing. That means they want to have different voice. And thousands flowers booming. That kind of, so just encourage everybody to talk about, to just express different opinions. So all the people, intellectual people, they started writing the suggestions, maybe some criticize thing, Basically, Mao told them, it's set up, told them, say that now is the time when Communist Party is not just one party, one voice. We welcome all kind of voice. So those people, mostly.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Just warning folks, pay attention from this point on.
Yeah. And then they wrote, and then the Mao said, we had to stop this. He said that finally those people show their true color. So the movement basically is a way to set a bait to lay those snakes out. The poison snakes out. So those people become a poison snake. So they arrested those people and sent them to a different labor camp.
Now, it was interesting. I read some of the stories. Some of the leaders in some of the areas, they will actually go to the intelligent people, the educated people, and ask them personally. Ask them, say, "Hey, please." Make some criticism of me or criticism of the government, or give us your suggestions, right? But then afterwards, all these people were labeled
disappeared.
Rightists become the victims of anti-rightist movement.
Yeah.
And also it was interesting. The movement actually, they gave quotas to every unit.
Yeah.
So you have to
every work unit, you had to have a certain amount of people,
certain number of people. This as a minimum quota that have to be the Rightist. So they will become the victims. Now we have some. It's not a joke. A lot of people think it's a joke. It's a real story. So in some of the units, there were a couple hundred people, right? So they have the minimum is they have to come up with one Rightist.
Yeah.
So everyone sit down days of meetings. No one want to be that guy. And then
they point out each other.
Nobody want to. It just happened. One guy, he want to go to restroom. He went to restroom for like 5 minutes. He came back. There you go. He was the Rightist.
Yeah, it's not a joke. It's not a really joke because I know the couple.
Wow.
So the wife was becoming one because she went to the bathroom.
Wow.
Because they had to determine one. That's 1%. So 100%, 100 people have to have one.
Oh, wow.
And not to back.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, back to my story. This girl, the father, and so he is a young man, and so not even 30 years old, and have 4 kids, and they live in that. She showed it to me the picture that time before the father arrested. They live in very nice apartment buildings, in the center of the Shanghai. The custom house, they used to be Shanghai custom, that the building, bigger buildings, and then after that, immediately kicked that out to one room, a really horrible place, and then they did never tell them where they sent him, and so about 8 months later, and her mother received a letter said that he's dead. So mother was devastating, just want to know. He said, I wanted to get his body. And they say, no, you cannot come in to see the body. They don't even tell where he is. And so she looked at the last letter, the communications, the correspondence, and he was describing that place is like a bamboo forest. So it has to be somewhere have lots of bamboo. But China has so many places have lots of bamboo. You don't know which mountains. But the letter was carried by the person. There's a word there. And not the mailed. Because you mail, you probably will know the address or where the shop, right? And so the person, so she decided to looking for that person deliver the mail. And can't find that person anymore. There's no way. And then they mail something to her. It's like half used toothpaste and toothbrush, and some not even his wallet, and then probably something with family pictures. Mm-hmm. So just put the little package. Just that's it. So that becoming my friend always is a big empathy place in her heart because she grew up with. So for long time. So at one point, they have 4 siblings, and the mother just cannot afford. So one point and wanted to give her away, and she just crying, and then even the teacher said, don't give her away. She's so smart. She's a smart little girl. Maybe if you don't want her, I'm gonna take her. So that's why mother decided not to, finally. And then eventually, for many years later, and China had the reform, and the 4 kids all grow up. And actually, she has one sister, older sister, and 2 brothers. And 2 brothers all becoming, have their own business, own some construction material business, doing very well. So they decided, they get together with the mother, decided to give father a burial. So they bought a place, but there's nothing. So it's empty. Basically, maybe the clothes her mother keep, just put it in there. That was it. But she decided that moment, she said that, now the information, people have internet, maybe I should searching. So she spent about 5 years searching what place her father died. She thought that maybe at least I can find out. Then get there and to maybe something else, So about 5 years she started searching. So 1 year, I think 2005, I met her in China. She told me she's gonna go to that province called Jiangxi province with lots of the bamboo forest. Yeah, a lot. So she determined is that place. Also, she contacted with the county, say that did they ever have the labor camp or any people from outside not the same locals, and were there forced labor. And so some young guy working for the county, and through the internet, so the online, and he said that he did a search. He found that one place probably used to be a labor camp. So she said, wow, she immediately just rushed there. She think that there may be somebody, can talk to locals. You just don't believe somebody just disappeared without the trace, just that's gone, right? So somebody have to know, somebody with him or saw him or whatever, the relationship. At least he can find somebody, know somebody, whatever, right? So she decided, she took about 3 months off. She's still working now. She's a doctor. She took 3 months off and then got there, started searching. And she was expected to have some result. But she talked to everybody, and important thing is the guy will show the map, the young guy working there, show the map, said that sign maybe as. But she got there, she wanted to look at the sign, and then that guy, the young guy, is not working there anymore. And then she found this county, the head of this county and the department, and they said that never happened. There's no labor camp. Nothing. And she insists want to go there. I said, well, you can go, but there's nothing there. And so she still want to go because she was taking 3 months off. She wanted to find out, right? So she got there and talked to all the people, but some people, some old ladies, and wanted to tell her something, but kind of scared. And then she think maybe give them some money or something, they will provide some information, or somebody was with her father, maybe can trace down that person still there, right? So the old woman said that he know the guy but don't know the name, and so so she give her some money, and so she pointed out, the only point, said that guy used to live in that village, and you go there, maybe he still have a family there, So she got there, and it's so difficult, and they have some people there, and they say that maybe you would know, but you had to give her some money. So she gave it that probably 4 or 5 people are there, right? They say they all know, but she gave them 100 yuan each. And still...
No word.
No words. Afterward, just nothing, So she comes back up because she told me she's going to go there. I was very interested. I said, you're going to tell me, I hope a successful trip. At least you can find some information. And was very disappointed.
Wow.
Nothing. Just nothing. And then she told me her schoolmate in the same situation and actually found her father, but is a bigger disappointment because the communist CCP make her father become an absolutely different person, And that girl's father also is an intellectual, some writer or something, and then become a farmer, is working then remarried to the local girl, and because the woman was saved his life. And so the girl got there and expected some kind of, reunion, the happiness, the joy, something, because she found a photo book, and when every picture, the father took all the pictures, also detailed, say, 1 month old, 2 months old, and the first 2 cells, kind of things, make her very sentiment. She think her father still love her, long lost daughter, so that reunion will be tremendous. And actually, father told her, said that, I wish you not found me. Just like that. You go home. So she told her friend, he said that, maybe
Maybe it's better.
not to
No.
know. So that's the
Wow.
story.